Hi everybody, this is an expert Coastal Horizons 9-hole cup tournament wind playthrough for the qualifying and also the final round due to the steady winds modifier. This video will keep you going for the entire duration of the tournament. Please hit thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Replays and adjustments for all 9 holes, plenty of drops here and some tweaks for anything that I didn't quite drop to help you hopefully get the drop on the remaining holes. Timestamps in the description down below. Remember to tweak and practice these setups, put in some wind angle tweaks as well as personal tweaks for your clubs, balls and play style. If you're wanting to play master as well, we've got a free to play playthrough up on the channel for that division too, so go ahead and check it out. Here we go, good luck. Here's a safe shot to green here on this par 4, very short par 4. You can tweak it or try something a bit more aggressive for the hole-in-one if you want, but here's the safe version. Quarterback, white ring touching the rough at P6 max rest, then you swap to your APOC bag. And we're going to go here with about 2.6, 2.7 backspin and 3 bars of left spin. You can add more backspin if you want here to try and control the ball a bit more, but we want to make sure we're going to make it over the bunker. Max plus 0, power 6 numbers. Now if you want to go for the hole-in-one, I'd suggest you play more towards max distance of your club, maybe with a high power ball, with the Thor's hammer perhaps with a load of backspin and try and control the ball a bit more. But this will not endanger the birdie at all. Going with 3/4 ball, left curl, no more than that because the tree is in play. Max overpower with a slow needle and hit perfect. Obviously, we're just getting onto the green safely. You can put some more backspin on if you like, but it's a simple putt. Hole-in-one here, we're going to go with the sniper and a kingmaker, even in nasty wind angle. We are going here with 1.5 top spin, and then we're having the top of the yellow ring touching the rough and the ball guide going through the hole. And you can see the ball guide about a green square and a half, probably 2 green squares through, so make sure you check that one out as well in case you're a click or two light or heavy on your top spin, but try and match what I've done in the video. Adjustment here is max plus 15, power 6 numbers, and we're using sniper 10 numbers as well here. For me it's just over a 9 ring pull, but always use a calculator yourself. Final and important part of the equation is just before circle drop overpower. That is to compensate for the headwind because it would push us back a bit too much otherwise. Bouncing in the rough, catching the funnel beautifully and dropping right at the pin for the hole-in-one. On the drive here we're going to set up with the quarterback and we're having the clear ring touching the rough on the right at the top of plus 4. We are adding spin using the quarterback, 5 top spin, 3 right spin, then swapping to the Apocalypse bag. The adjustment here is going to be maximum distance 0 elevation. Okay, max plus 0. Don't worry about adjusting down the slope and into the water. We're going to be absolutely fine. Around 5.9 rings for me, but always use a calculator yourself. Power 6 numbers, and we're going with a 0.8 ball curl to the right, just before circle drop overpower to make sure that we're all being consistent and matching what I'm doing in the video. So with the curl on and the slight bit of OP, we're hitting perfect, just bouncing on that upslope there and rolling along the fairway, and drive distance here is going to be in the region of 332 yards. Second shot, fringe check, where the fringe meets the fairway in line with the pin. That gives me plus 5. We're going with 4 backspin and 1 bar side spin to the left. Now I'm going to give you a tweak here. In the video I played this one with 10% elevation. I'm aiming at the pin. However, it's over adjusted. I would suggest you drop down to 5% elevation and see how that works for you. You may need to tweak it further, so if you have a practice token that you can use, then that would help. Plus 5 with sniper 10 will be same as plus 7 with sniper 9, and in both those cases we're going to play 62% slider, 5% elevation rather than 10 in the video, so you will see this one miss right, but hopefully with less elevation you will of course then adjust less rings, and that should hopefully get you a bit closer, if not in. We're just missing by about 3/4 of a green square off to the right on this par 5. If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube. You can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video. Good chance for an eagle here. We've got to get the drive sorted first though, and we're going with the Apocalypse, 4 top spin and 2 right spin, and with APOC 5 and 6 I'm going to have the yellow ring touching the rough at the top of +6 yards, and the ball guide there is just pointing to the top corner of the fairway. So you've got a couple of reference points there. We do have a bit of headwind here, so we are going to adjust into max club with APOC 5 and 6. So if you want to have a go with APOC 4, you would need to use a power 8 ball plus. You can see there that takes us to +15, +16 in fact, which is max. We are going to need some overpower, so we're going to put on circle break overpower. In fact, it is just before circle break is what I go with. If you adjust into overpower with a higher wind or more headwind, then I would go circle break, maybe even a couple of clicks more. Just make sure you get over there. We get the longer roll out here, which is good. Second shot now, and of course you don't need to use the precision ball. A normal Kingmaker would suffice here, so just don't focus too much on the ball that I'm using. That's just for me to guarantee myself a perfect, really. I'm not using any extra side spin on this ball. For the approach, I'm playing with 2 left spin and finding the middle of the funnel there. Try and get that ball guide straight and moving left and right. You'll see not much movement where the tip of the ball guide is, and you want that one just through the hole. Rings from min, 0 elevation. For every ring up from min, it's 1% slider. So if you push up 8 rings from min with spin added, you're going to play 8% slider, and so on. There's more info on that on our Academy tutorials. I go through that entire method and loads of other methods on the playlist. Pull over the bullseye, and we're getting it nicely in for the eagle. Rough bump with the Goliath here on this par 3. We're going to add 6 top spin and 3 left spin. And then I'm looking at the ball guide as well as the position of the red ring. You will see it's touching the rough on the top left and very close to both bunkers. Ball guide here is going just through the hole. Then we are going to make our adjustment. Now this one does need a little bit of a tweak. The adjustment I use in the video is max +0, power 4 numbers. Even though we're using a Kingmaker, I just wanted to reduce the adjustment down. So make sure you've got power 4 settings in your app. Try and pull straight. Obviously adjusting down a slope into a bunker is never ideal, so make sure you take some time. Pull this one over the bullseye. And here we're centering the ball and hitting perfect. We'll see how this one comes in. I believe a small tweak might be needed. Catching the rough very nicely, rolling onto the green with good speed, but unfortunately we're just missing right edge. So a couple of clicks of left curl or tweak the aim and you'll be there. An MT drive, so no move target until you adjust your rings, of course. We're going to add spin before we do any of that. So 4 top spin and 2 left spin with the Apocalypse, and a Kingmaker. You need the Sniper for your second shot. We're then going to adjust max +0. The NMT simplifies the aim. We haven't got to worry about ring references or plus yardage or anything like that. Just use where the game loads your target. So we're adjusting then, and it's outer wall curl to the left with full overpower. It's going to be a really slow needle, so a good chance to hit perfect. And the left curl is going to swing us around nicely on the fairway, and we're going to be looking for a drive distance of approximately 320. There's the min line with the Sniper. We're going to push up 10 rings. There's 5 and there's the other 5. Then we're going to add spin, and we want to try and find the funnel down to the hole here on this occasion. You can see I'm just playing around with the backspin at around 1.3 bars at the moment. And then I might need to move the target around just to make sure we're in the funnel. You can see we are there because it's not moving much, the tip of the ball guide, when we move laterally to the left and right. And it is intentionally short and to the right of the pin, because the wind angle that we have is going to push us forward and to the left. 10 rings up from min is 25% slider. We're going to play that with 15% elevation, Sniper 10 numbers, and then we make our adjustment. Going to pull our rings, and it's time to take our shot. Centering the ball, no overpower, no underpower. Might need some wind angle tweaks, you'll have to dial those in yourself, but this funnel is pretty forgiving. You might even drop a minor great ball. We find the funnel beautifully and we get the albatross. Now, although you can support us financially on Patreon, you can also join as a free member. If you do that, you will get bonus master level text guide content from the Coalition. They produce text guides for free every tournament, free to play balls, and we send those out when they do so. And they very kindly agreed to let me share their archives of all the courses used in this season of Quick Nines for you all to use, because there may be some wind angles that you get as part of the Quick Nines that they have in their archive. So you will receive those if you join us as a free member on our Patreon. Berserker time here. We're going to go for the green. We are adding 2.5 topspin and 2 bars of side spin to the right. P10 max stretch, and we're going to have a little bit of the yellow ring onto the fairway with APOC level 6 and 5, of course. Different ring references for different clubs. Make sure you convert accordingly. APOC 4 you would have to stretch out as we're doing to P10 max stretch, but after you adjust you would have to push up 7 yards or 1.7 rings. Max plus 0, power 10 numbers, centre the ball, no curl here, then obviously just pull it straight down. Max overpower, it's a really slow needle. Pull angle is important here, it might pull you offline, and you can tweak this if you want to avoid the rough, which I would recommend maybe a few clicks of right curl, but pull angle is everything. Please practice this shot and you should be putting. Difficult par 3 here, difficult wind angle. Quarterback at the P6 minimum line, red ring touching the bunker. Then we are adding our spin. We're going to go here with 6 bars of backspin and 3 bars of side spin to the right. This is always a difficult hole, and it's not one that I would suggest spending a load of tokens on, because it is very difficult and needs a lot of wind angle tweaks. However, there is a chance with this setup that I'm giving you here. Minimum distance, 10% elevation, and we're using power 6 numbers. Once we have made our adjustment, we're going to need a little bit of overpower, and you can see there I settle with circle drop. So the very first point where the circle drops. No curl. Plain ball there, hitting perfect, bouncing just beyond the fringe. Just needed a little bit less backspin, maybe a click of left curl, but it's a very close effort. And we're going to send it here on this par 5 with a berserker. We're going with 5 topspin and 1 right spin. There was room for a bit more topspin. You can add it if you want, but this is what I did here. Bullseye just before it bounces on the fairway, so it's the first point where it clips the rough at P10 max rest. APOC level 4 would need to stretch out 1.7 rings to find this position, and then after adjust you would then push up those rings to compensate for the lack of distance on your club. Max plus 10, P10 numbers, full overpower. It's going to be a slow needle with APOC 4 even as well, very slow with APOC 5 and above. Bouncing very nicely. There is room to use more topspin, but you might need to tweak the second shot. So I'm going to play it from there and tell you what I did. So top white pin check is TWPC on the notepad. That gave me plus 6. That's going to help us determine our slider value. Then we are playing with 2.8 backspin and having the tip of the ball guide just short of the cup, because there is some tailwind here, and that's going to give us more of a rollout than the game is showing us on the ball guide. So tip of the ball guide just short of the front edge of the cup, but aim it at the pin. Plus 6, we're going to play 72% slider with 15% elevation. Now, if your check was plus 8, it means you're further away, so you would increase the slider by 2% per yard. And obviously, if you play with more topspin, then you would need less on the slider. We've got reference check videos and slider tutorials on the Academy playlist on the channel homepage, so go and check that out. If there's anything here in this video or terminology that you don't understand, chances are I've got a video that will explain it in more detail. We just sneak this one in for the Alba. Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots, Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.